to get the black shirt faithful ready to go. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense takes the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys go to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds us back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know what I really like about like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game. Find out. Who's emotionally the toughest?
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. This sophomore stopping him short of the first down line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy... doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football. And stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy's dangerous with.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. What will they dial up on second and 8? Way to go. Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. The second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Going right to work up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Quick completion on the out route. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think they tried to slip it to that tight end really quickly and get him the football and create some space and maybe try to make a play, but the defense said no, there is nowhere to go. Defense actually gets him for a loss.
To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Complete. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He wants to throw it again. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Buckeyes line it up with a first and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little.
Oh, he's got some space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field, throwing the football. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Lost to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lost to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's wrong. Stumbled to the ground.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Pressure coming. Did as he throws. Makes the grab. It's Coffee. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Buckeyes will have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. Fakes the grab. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Unloads quickly. There he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on first and 10. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Back open in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll go back to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The black shirts looking to this. They are delivering energy on this big third down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Catch in the middle. It's Coffee. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He's picked up, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Got his man on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The give on the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? Football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Defense uses a sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. On target. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Makes the grab. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Fires one high and deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Green 25.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically... Microcosm of how this game has gone.
Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Man, it's so many times these don't work. You practice them all week long. Nobody jump off sides. Make sure you stay on sides. Get down there as quick as you can. Hit the first person in front of you. Try to get a lucky bounce. And, man, if they didn't get one, and get the big onside kick.
The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The give as they work on that clock. Running to Green. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
No mystery on that play. Lead. We are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. If there's time to pad the stats. Quarterback now breaking the field. Had to throw it before he wanted. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it,